Welcome to the Rich Kraft Sensplex for another Hockey Eastern Ontario Midget AAA Game of the Week. Tonight, it's a middle-of-the-pack battle in a 4-point game. The Gloucester Rangers taking on the Canada Lasers. Hi, everybody. Dan Mooney alongside Patrick Trudeau for this one. And Pat, two very, very evenly matched teams. I know we talked about parity in the Hockey Eastern Ontario Midget AAA loop, but these two teams, just two points separating them in the middle of the pack, 6th and 8th place respectively.
I mean, not a lot of wiggle room inside their own division. Lots of places to be jumped if either team can pull out a victory here tonight, Dan.
Gloucester Rangers coming off a big loss against the Carleton Place Canadians on Saturday, but before that, Pat, they had a bit of a run going.
I mean, you can see what I see right there, 2-1 OT win, a 1-0 shootout win for the Gloucester Rangers, so they're winning tightly contested games, but of course the Carleton Place Canadians did end that winning streak, but overall the last 4 to 5 games have been solid for the Rangers.
Canada 3-2 in their last 5. as they come off a loss against the Ontario Hockey Association under-17 team, which has been surprising a lot of people.
Well, I mean, they've shown a lot of potential, but overall this Canada Lasers team, not too many returning players from their championship team last year, but still able to pull out some victories.
As we show you the standings in the Midget AAA loop, you'll see Canada and Gloucester, 2 points separating those two teams, but just 6 points separating first from 8th. Talk about parity.
And well, you see Canada right there, 22 points, able to jump Smith Falls, Cornwall, Carleton Place as well, and then of course Gloucester just a couple ranks down behind Canada, so lots of positioning can be made up.
And Connor Noonan and that line doing some significant damage, 2 goals in 51 seconds. Karam feeds it in. Harry Sanders now with it for the Rangers. Pass up the middle. Gummison leaves it there for Nathan Brown. Brown for Gummison. His shot right along the ice. Loose puck out in front. They score! Matthew Vermaiden! And it's 2-1.
This game started off with lots of chances, lots of back and forth action, and Dan, we see once again back and forth action again, this time in the subject of goals. Canada gets a goal, Gloucester rushes up ice, puts one into the back of the net. Now be within striking distance. We'll take another look at the chaos in front, just finding a Gloucester Rangers stick for Maton, and he makes no mistake on that one.
And a goal coming at the 7:28 mark. 3 goals in this hockey game coming in a minute and 21 seconds.
And both teams were knocking on the door, finally able to get through and find the back of the net. Both goalies have been pretty solid, but you just knew one of these teams were going to break out soon.
Matthew Vermaiden, 7th of the season, gets the Rangers back within 1. Mateo Belanger tried to knock that in. Noonan tried to advance it, and it's picked up there by Moriarty, who chips it in for Jack Richardson. Richardson goes after Ty Gauthier. Belanger off the glass to the line. Rakowski keeps it alive. Loose puck. Here's Kilmurray. His shot blocked in front by the sprawling Larson. Moriarty out there with Richardson, spinning away from a couple of checks. Moriarty still with it. Tries to feed it down deep for Richardson. And the puck scooped up by the Lasers and sent the length of the ice. Icing called against Canada. 6 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. But what a middle of the second period that we've seen here. 2 quick ones by the Canada Lasers, and then bam, the Rangers come back and get within 1 again.
And with the way Canada was playing, those 2 goals were very dangerous. Canada could have taken those 2 goals and made it into 3 or 4, but Gloucester storming back to get within 1 now.
Paquette can't get it through. Canada on the forecheck now. McIntyre rides Hilton into the end boards, and the Rangers get outside their own zone. Taifair with a burst of speed, can't get around Kelly. Cam Last in there as well. Louis Chabot tries to get a stick in there, but the Lasers able to get it out. Marshall after it. taken out of the play by Hilton. Puck plate takes a funny bounce off a stanchion. Marshall out in front for McIntyre. Back to the point. Kept alive by Dante Hoffman. Nice check there to ride Hoffman out of the play by Jonathan Paquette. Puck still loose. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson spins. Sends that across. McIntyre out in front. And a great left pad save by Ryan Whitehurst.
Ryan Whitehurst extending the pad, getting the left pad on the puck. That could have been another goal for Canada. Whitehurst doing his best to keep this one within one goal.
Gummison, and a penalty coming here, the first penalty of the hockey game, and it's a tripping call against the Canada Lasers. The Rangers will get a chance to get the equalizer on the power play. What a stop by Whitehurst.
Dan, I think Whitehurst's ankle is fine. Look at that save right there. Inches from being a 3-1 Canada lead. Whitehurst making that save, and now the Gloucester Rangers will go to the power play.
The penalty coming at the 9:33 mark. A tripping call to Alex Johnson of the Canada Lasers. And now the Rangers on the power play as Nathan Brown tries to raise the puck over the shoulder of Tourigny, and he didn't miss by much. Vermaiden scores! 2-2!
That's what Gloucester needed on the power play. Finds the back of the net. Vermaiden in the slot. Quick release. Looks like it snapped one-timer right there. Nothing Tourigny can do. Just great passing coming from the Gloucester Rangers inside the offensive zone. We'll see Gloucester pinching right there. Vermaiden just left alone in the slot. The puck perfectly on the left-handed stick of Vermaiden, and he makes no mistake once again, Dan.
Vermaiden's second of the hockey game on the power play from Nathan Brown. And it took just 17 seconds for the Gloucester Rangers to get the equalizer with the man advantage, and we're tied at 2 with a little less than 5 minutes to go in the second period. Moves that up for Gummison as he tips it inside the Canada zone. Gummison with it, steals it, tries to walk it out in front, but a good poke check there by Tourigny. Nice play by Lafrance to keep the puck alive and not allow the Canada goaltender to get to the net for the bench for the extra attacker. Karam sends the puck to the open wing. Larson feeds it in. No movement from Tourigny yet. 1:04 left on the clock. Puck comes to the point. Here's Larson, spins and fires. Johnson with a chance. Weak shot kicked away by Whitehurst. Back to the point. That hard shot fired wide on the short side. Here's Gauthier. Throws that toward the net. And finally, Lafrance able to get it to the line. And Gummison sends it right at the Canada goaltender. And again, great play by the Rangers, not allowing Tourigny to get out of the goal. But I'm a little perplexed that Jeff Jordan has not got him out of the net yet.
And it looks like Canada will opt to take their timeout, Dan, but I agree with you. There were definitely a couple seconds. I mean, it was slim, but there was definitely a chance for Tourigny to go to the bench, get that extra attacker. But a great defensive play from Gloucester to not ice the puck, but to get the puck on net, forcing the Canada Lasers to freeze the puck in their own end.
So the timeout called by Jeff Jordan and the Canada Lasers to draw up a play, the face-off inside their own zone. So they got to get 200 feet. But they have to win, more importantly, have to win possession of the puck off this draw.
And well, of course, with the puck being inside the own defensive end of Canada, Tourigny unable to start the next whistle on the bench. So it's still going to be 5-on-5 for the foreseeable future until Canada is able to control the puck inside Gloucester's end.
Face off to the right of Tourigny. Jeff Jordan sending out Connor Noonan along with Connor Debier and number 67 Jack Quinn up front for the Lasers. Louis Chabot sends that in. Vermaiden up against Larson. Puck comes to the near side. Debier gets it to center. Quinn for Noonan. Debier keeps the puck in alive with his feet.
Tourigny's gone.
Tourigny at the bench. Here's Larson. That one off the stick of Vermaiden. All the way back to the Canada line. Gauthier back for it. For Larson. Larson sends the puck to the open wing, scooped up there by Taifair, and sent in deep with 9 seconds remaining in the hockey game. The Gloucester Rangers are going to do it. Here's Quinn inside Gautier's backhand into the glove of Whitehurst, and the Rangers defeat the Canada Lasers 4-3. What a great third period for the green, gold, and white.
There are definitely opportunities for Canada to walk away with the victory. Gloucester showing a lot of character in this victory and to get the much-needed 2 points inside the AAA division.
Start thinking about your player of the game, Pat Trudeau, and you got a lot to choose from here, but you got to look at Matthew Vermaeten as well. 2 goals in this one, and really the leader on the ice for the Rangers.
Well, Vermaeten, I agree with you, all over the ice, but I think we can really give it to the defensive squad as well for Gloucester and even Ryan Whitehurst, but I agree with Vermaeten all over the ice and a big piece to the win here.
2 goals on this one for Vermaeten. As you see our next broadcast, next Monday, the 14th of November, from right here at the Richcraft Sensplex, we'll get to see, for the first time this season, the Kentville 73s and the Cumberland Grads. Should be a good one. We hope you can join us for that one. We're glad that you joined us for this one. Matthew